it's time to gear up and get ready to quilt this little Star Wars Topsy Turvey quilt. So as you remember, this is gonna be my binding. My strips are over on my cutting table because they are waiting to get turned into binding. And I am very happy that I chose that as my binding and didn't flip-flop them because I had more of this to be my backing. So we're gonna do this super fun green print on the back, so then it just ties it all together. Yay for clearance fabric. And turning this all into one big quilt. And from there, we'll hopefully get a pillowcase out of the bottom of this. So we'll see when we get there. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but I think I'm gonna quilt this in either a dark blue or the dark green. I think if I did the bright green, that's gonna be a little jarring. So that's kind of my plan. I'm gonna see what I have in my thread stash. I feel like I have a shade of navy blue or something in that range. But I don't know how I'm gonna quilt it. That's gonna be a tricky one because just like the landslide quilt, I don't think I wanna do like a space pantograph on here. It'd be cool if I had something that was Star Wars themed, but alas, I do not. But I do have that crisscross one that looked really good on the landslide quilt, so there's a good chance I could use that one or something else that's kind of geometric-y or who knows what. So I'm gonna think about that in a little bit. I'm gonna go piece this together, piece more batting, and then we'll be back and I'll meet you at my long arm so we can quilt this. So everything is all basted in, and after looking at my threads, I'm going with a blue that's kind of close to the shade. It's not as bright. It's a little more on the dull side, just to maybe not overwhelm. I did not have a green that was close, but I'm gonna go with crisscross like I did on the last Star Wars quilt. I just feel like it's a good fit and it'll be fun and it'll be nice. And also, I found one of the last remaining battings I got for my great aunt, so I didn't have to piece anything, which is good because the backing is already super close. There was less than what I wanted, so I had to make it work. So we've got like an inch on each side. And so we're gonna get ready to quilt. So here's how that crisscross quilting turned out on the front. And then on the back here, it kind of just sinks in and is ready to go. So time to trim this all up, put some binding on, and check it off the list. So this fun and funky little Star Wars quilt is all completed, and I think with this kind of crazy fun print on the back, it just all pulls together so well. So to answer the wondering question, yes, I did actually quilt this on May the 4th. I felt like I would not be true with my Star Wars day if I did not do something Star Wars themed, but it all came together really well, and I didn't realize like how much of that secondary pattern kind of shows up in there. It was a little tricky to kind of keep in mind the right sides up and upsides down, but it just has a little punch in there. And let's take a look at the binding. So remember, I switched, originally this print was supposed to be the outside print, but since I did this as the binding, I switched them around, and I really like how that turned out, because from far away, it just all smooths out together, and it's just one cohesive thing instead of having this and then that, and like it would be skinny because you wouldn't get the full width of strip on there. But I think it turned out so good, and I think, I don't know how I have lived without this crisscross design, but it is becoming one of my favorites to do, just to give it a little extra, a little bit of texture. And I did it in that blue color, which kind of blends in real nice. And then you don't see too much of it on the back, but it goes in quite well. So we're gonna check Topsy Turvey off the list, even though I keep singing that song from Hunchback with it. And so let's take this guy outside, do a quilt drop, and show you some finished photos.